What's up, conscious creators? Alex here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to stop doubting yourself. By the end of this video you'll know the exact process and the exact shift in consciousness that will help you overcome your self-doubt that's holding you back from creating your dream life. It's the exact process that I used to overcome self-doubt, starting a YouTube channel, becoming a coach, and all the things between me and living my dream life. And it's what I now teach to many of my clients to help overcome their self-imposed limitations so they can reach new depths of fulfillment. So I'd love for you to pay close attention until the very end of this video so you can properly apply this and get the positive results. So just a very quick announcement before we get straight into it. A few more slots have opened up for the free one-to-one with me to see if you would be a good fit for the Consciousness Revolution program. So if that interests you, head over to speaktoalex.com or wait till the end of the video for more details. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. The first step to stop doubting yourself is to take action despite the fear. You see, what you've got to realize is these thoughts, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not capable, I'm not skilled enough, I'm not charismatic enough, smart enough, pretty enough, confident enough, they're all completely normal thoughts. And in a way, you have to kind of thank them because they were put there to try to protect you. Back in the day when we were living in tribes, stepping out of line and standing out or doing something different may have meant exile from the tribe or even death. And these mechanisms still have momentum today, even though they're not useful anymore. They're part of our collective conditioning. Nearly everyone experiences them at some point, together with the associated fearful feelings. Their function was to protect you, but now they're dysfunctional. So you're not going to be able to get rid of all the thoughts and feelings straight away, but what you can do is take action despite the presence of these thoughts, despite the presence of these feelings. Let me tell you this. There were times on my journey when tons of these thoughts sprung to the surface, times where I had to take critical action to move forward towards my goals, and then suddenly this shitstorm of negative thoughts appeared in my mind, whizzing all over the place. But I had to remember what I had been taught, to take action despite the fear. And what I would find is I would end up getting the results even though the main fearful thoughts were thoughts of failure about not getting those results and what might happen if I didn't succeed. So realize this. You too can realize that you don't have to get rid of the thoughts of self-doubt in your mind or rid yourself of all the apprehensive, anxious or worrisome or fearful thoughts. You just have to take action despite them. And if you take enough action, you'll start to see evidence that these thoughts had less legitimacy than you thought they did, that you're more capable of what you ever could have imagined. But there is a way of making it even easier, and that is to break the tasks that you're doubting yourself over into smaller and smaller chunks. Let's say you're too afraid to put out a YouTube video right now. Well, what are the components of putting out a YouTube video? Well, first you have to set up the shot, then you have to record it, then you have to design the thumbnail, and then you have to put it out. So instead of approaching in your mind the whole concept of putting out a YouTube video, which might seem overwhelming, just approach the first component, the first step. Maybe that's just setting up the shot. Instead of pressurizing yourself to do the whole thing right now, just approach setting up the shot. Then instead of pressurizing yourself to upload it, just practice recording it and then making a thumbnail. And then when all of that's done, if you are going to upload it, that's the only step you have to approach instead of this whole big thing of putting a YouTube video out there. And the process of breaking things down into smaller and smaller steps can be applied to most things across the board. So think of the outcome you're having self-doubt around achieving. Think of the path it would take to get there. Break that path down into smaller and smaller steps and approach each step in isolation, one at a time. The next thing you can do is start reconditioning your subconscious mind so you're more likely to have more empowering thoughts, which can be done in a variety of different ways. I mention in my videos on how to reprogram the subconscious mind and how your beliefs shape your reality. I mention some of these things, so perhaps you can search for those videos after this so you can get a full range of techniques. But essentially, here's the deal. Well, you know, I said how the self-doubt thoughts are normal and they have momentum to them, right? They arise out of your conditioning, out of your subconscious mind into your conscious mind, where if you're not careful, you'll unconsciously identify with them and act out the behaviors associated with them. But we can also do a lot more to put empowering ideas into our subconscious mind so they're more likely to arise as thoughts in our conscious mind that we can identify with and carry out the empowering behaviors associated with them. One of the best ways to do this is through things like affirmations in the morning, reading a mission statement every day, and listening to hypnosis tapes. But what's also going to reinforce this is once you start taking action despite the fear, actively looking for the evidence that you are capable, that you can learn, that you do take action despite the fear, that not all of that action leads to results straight away, but you are learning, and of course you can course correct. Looking for the positive results of your action, big or small. Looking for what is working and honouring how you've grown in the process and actively celebrating that. But here's the real key. Here's what most of these motivational speakers and coaches won't tell you. Here's the foundational part of this which will really have you flying, the path to true liberation from this. And that is to realise that thoughts and feelings about fear and self-doubt arise in your awareness. Yes, they're an aspect of you in that they're part of your conditioning, but they're not who you really are at the deeper level. They're not essential to you. And I can prove this. Thoughts and feelings come and go. They arise in your awareness, then they disappear. If they were essential to you, then when they disappeared, you would disappear. But you don't. There's something that stays, and that's the awareness that you essentially are. Maybe you won't get this right away. Maybe you need some time for this to sink in, because this is a profound realization and a complete paradigm shift for a lot of people. But I'll give you the key anyway, and maybe in the process I'll sow a seed within you which will later sprout and bloom. So here's the key. To realize that you're not the thoughts and the feelings, but the awareness prior to the thoughts and feelings. The space that the thoughts and the feelings arise within. The screen that the thoughts and feelings play out on. And the realization that you essentially cannot be harmed, modified, or limited by any thought or feeling about you. And to stay as that awareness and make your home there. And that's about as much detail as I'm going to go into right now. And it's something that I talk on further in other videos. It's a foundational teaching. But if you want further help with this and overcoming doubt in general, this is one of the main things we work on in the Consciousness Revolution program. On this program, we help you overcome low confidence and self-doubt that's holding you back from doing what you really want to do in your life. Because self-doubt doesn't just affect how you feel. I mean, ask yourself this. How many opportunities could have been missed out on because self-doubt is preventing the actions needed to get that promotion, start that business or passion project, or ask that man or woman out on a date? The experiences that are missed out on and the contribution that could have been had without this crippling self-doubt. If you're really done with missing out on things like this and want extra help overcoming these blocks, then head over to speaktoalex.com and book a time for us to chat about solving your problems. And with that being said, like this video if you liked it, and of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit all on the notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new videos helping you with conscious personal growth.